And here comes the feature on day one of the Melbourne Cup Carnival from Flemington. It's the $2 million derby for the three-year-olds over the 2,500 metres, very old race. First contested way back in 1855. Legends like Farlap and Tulloch on the honour roll.
Yeah, there's been a big honour list, hasn't there, over the years there, Marto? Not so many big-name recent winners, so we'll see what happens this year, how they, I guess, turn out down the track. It doesn't look the strongest edition, but we'll wait and see how that turns out in 2 or 3 years' time.
Chris Waller's already won 2 of them. You're tipping a third shortly with Riff Rocket, beaten but not disgraced at short odds last time out. Looked like Superimpose, winning the listed Superimpose the start prior here at Flemington.
What a win it was this day. It was remarkable, wasn't it? Here he is, and just watch him burst through here. This is, of course, at Flemington, so here he is back at headquarters today, and just have a look at the acceleration here and how he puts away this field. Yes, he's been beaten at about $1.28 since this, but they absolutely crawled. His run was fine, and all that you got to answer is, will he stay the trip? Chris Waller was asked that question during the week. He said, I'm not too concerned about it. So he's saying not that really phased. I think he'll run it, and I think he'll be too good.
Your second pick is Apulia, who was excellent winning the bars at the Valley just 7 days ago.
Yeah, he was. And look, he just seems to be coming right into this race at the right time. He has been no match for Riff Rocket the last few times. If you're playing the World Pool here, maybe take a bit of a trifecta. Riff Rocket to win, 1 and 5 to run second or third, because I think they're the clear 2 dangers. Sunsets, of course, beat Riff Rocket, and Verdad just needs to stay the trip. It wasn't bad behind Apulia last time out.
All right, now, Brad, let's have a look at the bookmakers trade. Last 15 minutes, Riff Rocket is 2 to 220. Apulia best back to beat at 460 into 420. Money for Gates, 14.15 into 11. Nibble for Sunsets, 14 to 13. And then Air Assault, 19 to 17. And Gold Bullion, $26 into 19. Roguery at huge odds for Billy Egan is 51 into $41. Good support in particular for Apulia and Gates to roll the fave.
Yeah, well, Apulia's got a sense of timing, doesn't he? Off that Vars win, he's really tough and strong the concluding stages. So, look, I think he'll stay the trip, and if the favourite doesn't, then that's, he's a logical pick. He's by Fiorente, of course, the Melbourne Cup winner, and he's got a beautiful platform with that 2,000 metre runs to now go to the 2,500 metres. So he's got a really nice setup here. And yeah, I'd have to say he's the clear danger. Look, Gates, I thought did enough there behind Sunsets and Riff Rocket, and a real sprint home. He hit the line well, so out to 2,500 seats. If I was to give you a mad roughie, the 15 were real to worry at 100. So I think he'll stay the trip. Might be a mad roughie if you're looking for one.
For Digger McClellan and John Ramsey, it's 81 out to $101, according to the bookmakers. And John Ramsey had never listened, place in the 2019 Oaks, running second to Miami Bound off a Scone benchmark 58 win. This Warrior Warrior comes off a Scone Class 1 win. Straight into the Group 1 Victoria Derby for $2 million. Here is Matt Hill.
Run. So the 170th running of the race, and Riff Rocket's been solid, but the money coming for the second favourite of Apulia, who saw out the end of the Vars at Moonee Valley in grand style. Now we've got 3 or 4 still to come along. Verdad goes in with Jai McNeil aboard. Make a Call takes another turn. Sunsets. Johnny Allen's been the king of the derbies in this country, and he's won 2 of these with a Totsu and also Extra Brute. Riff Rockets has been secured away. Air Assault, Andrew Gluyas, looking for his first Group 1 as an outright trainer. Of course, had a lot to do with Rebel Raider winning it in 2008. Bulawayo comes forwards. Tokyo Run at 200 to 1 is going to be one of the last to join them, with Declan Bates in the saddle. A race older than the Melbourne Cup itself. A race that has stood the test of time. The Penfolds Victoria Derby, as Sunsets with Johnny Allen is going to complete it to the outside. Sunsets goes in, stand by for a start in the derby, and they're racing. Bulawayo away fairly, to be frank out the back. Air Assault jumped well with Sacred Eagle. Roguery isn't too far away. There's Sunsets from the deep probing up, and also Tokyo Run with Bulawayo. 5 and 6 across the track. Snicking back now, Sunsets outside of Verdad and Roguery. 2 lengths to Riff Rocket midfield, 1 off the rails. Apulia behind him. Warrior is next, and they will follow out 3 wide on the track by Gold Bullion. A length away, Cosguy, and then came McCante. Well back as Gates, 2 lengths to be frank at the end, with also at the end Make a Call. So they've got 1,800 metres to run, and Sacred Eagle has led by 2 lengths to in second Bulawayo. Air Assault is third, and fourth is Tokyo Run. 2 lengths for Dad outside of Rogery as they try and put the brakes on now. 3 further back in the field, Sunsets outside of Apulia. 2 lengths away, Riff Rocket, Cosguy. A couple of lengths, Gold Bullion. Warrior Warriors tucked away on the inside, 2/3 down the field. 2 lengths, McCante. They were followed by Gates, to be frank, and last of all is Make a Call. That's the order. 1,400 metres to go in the Victoria Derby. Sacred Eagle by a length and a quarter at an even speed now from Bulawayo second. Air Assault is third, and fourth is Tokyo Run. They're 2 lengths in front of in next position Verdad on the outside of Rogery. A couple of lengths to Sunsets Apulia. A length away to Riff Rocket. Spots the speed 10 to 12. A length and a quarter Cosguy. Then came next in the field Gold Bullion. They're 2 lengths in front of Warrior as they've really strung out now at the 1,000 metres. Back in the field is Gates, and then came To Be Frank, and last of all is Make a Call, and trying to get going McCante ahead of those horses. Coming down towards the 800 metres, and it's Sacred Eagle just in front of Bulawayo. The 200 to 1 shot Tokyo Run made a line of 3. 2 lengths away, Air Assault for Dad. Then came Rogery, Sunsets. Next is Riff Rocket, still 7 off the front. Apulia's trying to get away from the fence to the outside, Gates and McCante. And then came Cosguy, Bulawayo at the top of the straight at the 450. Moved up and took Sacred Eagle, Air Assault for Dad. They were followed by Sunsets and Riff Rocket down the centre of the course at the 300 metres. Sunsets goes to the lead, 3/4 of a length in front of Riff Rocket, followed by Apulia. Sunsets at the 200. Riff Rocket pegging it back. Riff Rocket took the front. It's just in front. Riff Rocket from Sunsets Apulia. Riff Rocket. Apulia's coming at it. Riff Rocket. Apulia. A head bobber. Head bobber. A photo finish. A thrusting, desperate finish between Riff Rocket and Apulia. Heads up and down. Sunsets third, then Cosguy. A gap in the field. McCante for Dad Gates. Warrior, what a run. Then Bulawayo, Rogery, Sacred Eagle. Next in the field, Make a Call. To Be Frank, Air Assaults. Then Gold Bullion and Tokyo Run.
And on the outside, Riff Rocket will get the verdict. Seen the print. It's 4 beating 1, beating 5. And James McDonald and Chris Waller combine as Chris Waller wins his third derby and James lands his first with Riff Rocket at 210 and 105.
And it was a piece of a ride, wasn't it? Just got him to the middle. He nursed him up the straight and he ran out the 2,500. Apulia's just missing a bob of the heads, but I think the right horse has won. He would have been stiff if he didn't get the bob there. Sunset's brave as usual, but Riff Rocket too good in the derby.
4-1-5, 210, 105.